In this vlog, I'll be doing a custom dash for a Fiat 500 rally car to include doing vents, custom triple gauge holder, Gucci key holder and a carbon panel. Stay tuned. Alright YouTube, welcome back to the channel. So I've got a nice little job on here now for a Fiat 500 rally car. So he wants me to prep the dashboard ready for flocking. What we're going to do is going to neaten up these cuts that he's done for the roll cage. Going to fill the hole here. It's going to make a carbon fibre panel that's going to sit there, which will be the same shape as the existing heater control, which are now redundant. So there'll be a panel there. He wants some gauges installed, which he's supplied. So we're going to put them on a nice panel there. We're going to fill in these vent holes on either side. Going to remove the 500 and smooth that in, and yeah, flock it in the outer side. So let's get on with it. Okay, so I've got the side vents all printed and bonded in. This side's been smoothed in nicely. This side still needs a bit of smoothing in, so it's been bonded in, just needs smoothing in. So we have to look at this triple gauge pod we're having here. What I thought about doing is having the gauge pod bonded into this bottom piece, and I'll use this hole here to bolt it to the top part of the dash. So what I have to do is start printing out the outline of this just to try and get the shape correct, and that's what all these little bits are for on the floor. Just basically doing a shape, working out where it's not following the contour correctly, and then adjust it, print it again. And then I'm using this little ledge here, which is allowing me to get the right height on the bottom part of it. So you can see there, starting to get the profile right. And then I designed a triple gauge pod holder on the computer, printed that, and then this is what we came up with. So it's very simple. This is still a preliminary one, but if I offer that up there, see the top profile is near on perfect. When this is flocked, it'll fit perfectly. The gap at the bottom I'm not too concerned about because that's going to be smooth and filled in, but you can just get an idea of what it's looking like. So all I've got to do now is do a final one with the bolt hole cut out here. Can be printed in a black reinforced PLA. Then I can then install it here, get it into the right position I want, maybe just put a little bit of blob glue here so it holds in the right position, then start bonding this to the bottom part. Then we can go on with, carry on with this little panel here, and I think then it'll be ready for flocking. So, see how we get on. Okay, so that's the centre panel bonded in. I just smoothed it in there with a bit of adhesive, so it's absolutely solid. I've got a little bit of a concern about the diameter of these holes. I made it really close to the size of the gauge, so it's a very, very snug fit. So I might just give it a little bit of a sand to open up ever so slightly, just to make sure the gauges do fit in and don't rip the flock off when it goes in. I've also put another skim of filler just over there, because the existing filler did sink ever so slightly, as filler does. So I've just gone over there with another skim of dolphin glaze. I smoothed in both sides with the vent blanks, but the customer has told me that he's still running the standard ECU, so he needs his standard key to be in the car so that the ECU will sense it's there and he can then start the car. But he's got nowhere to put it. So he said, can I make something that will go in this area here? So what I'm going to do is just try and come up with a design that I'll have to grind this out and put in some sort of hole of this. I think about having it going in on a diagonal with a hole slot recessed, a little bit bigger than this, so it'll hold it nice and snug in place. So I think that might look alright. If it doesn't work, it's only a small panel, so we can always just revise it and change it again if we need to, but I'm going to go with that design first, so I'll get it modelled up, printed, and we'll get it whacked in there. Let's get on with that.
Stop playing with my mind. I'm losing everything in sight. Time stands still as we go blind. We're losing everything. Stop playing with my mind. I'm losing everything in sight. Time stands still as we go blind. We're losing everything. Whoa, I will there if you dare. Whoa, no more nightmares. A humble grave, say a prayer. Dear God, from now on I'll be good. No more wars, no more lonesome cries. I'll volunteer in the neighborhood. The streets are playing with my mind. I'm losing everything inside. I'm losing everything inside. The streets are playing with my mind. I'm losing everything inside. Time stands still as we go blind. We're losing everything. Whoa, I will there if you dare.
Okay, so we've got some progress here now. So these are all finished, nicely smoothed in. I'm really happy with how that's finished up now. Same with that side, I've just done a little bit more smoothing in, so that's nicely blended in. A little bit more smoothing in around here. Just shaved off a little bit off the edges to get a nice fit. And yeah, I'm really happy with it. I've bonded in a nut just through there for a very, very small M3 bolt to go through to hold this in place. We've got the bottom pieces all clipped in, and I'll just hold the top piece nice in nice and neat. So what I've got to do now is, I've also done the straightened up the cutouts for the roll cage on both sides. They were lopsided before. This was about 80mm, this was about 60mm, so I've gone as little as I can on this side, which was 55mm, so that I haven't taken too much off, but they are now both very symmetrical. So what I've got to do now is get the surfaces prepped, get them all sanded and keyed up, because this is still a bit smooth in parts. So I need to get that all keyed up, and these last two pieces down there. Then get the primer on them, straight into the booth, and get some lovely flock on them. So let's get on with it. Okay, that's the dash all finished and flocked. I've loosely assembled it together just to give you an idea what the finished item's going to look like. And I'm quite happy with it. I'm very happy with it. We've got this nice little key slot there, which I think it's going to hold it in place. It's got a good angle on it. But okay, it's all nicely smoothed in on both sides. No evidence of where the 500 text was. But a nice small little carbon panel on here for his kill switch. The gauge pod I'm super happy with. There was a lot more that went into this design. I actually got the customer to send me some photos of him sat in his race car in his normal racing position, so I could work out the exact angle of the gauges to his eye line. I don't know if you can tell, but they are actually angled slightly, not just like placed there. There is some method behind the positioning of them. So it's another little example of how custom these items can be. They're literally all to the customer's spec. But yeah, it's a lovely finish. No lumps or bumps, nice and smooth. And yeah, it's ready for the customer to come and collect. So another video done and dusted. I hope you like the content. Please like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.